History: North Korea, which was on the list from 19,882,008, was taken off after it agreed to dismantle some of its nuclear weapons program, but as Congress noted in April this year, North Korea has failed to live up to these commitments. Why it matters: it's cheaper for retailers to spread out extra holiday traffic evenly throughout the prime holiday shopping season, so retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy have already initiated steep discounts on popular items, hoping to avoid surges in traffic that caused trouble for websites of Target, Macy's, and Gap in 2015 and 2016. Impact: just because it's been approved, it doesn't mean the pipeline will be built for a few reasons, including opponents will be filing lawsuits to try and block the construction. New landowners will have to get on board with right-of-way agreements, which puts the eventual completion of the pipe up in the air. No notice was given to them by TransCanada or the state, per the Omaha World-Herald. The counties now in the path include Madison, Stanton, Platte, Colfax, Butler, Seward, and Saline. The allegations: a 23-year-old woman who works at Politico, where Thrush worked before joining NYT, said she and Thrush had a few drinks at a colleague's work party in June. At the end of the night, she says she was left on a street corner in tears after she resisted Thrush's UAL advances. The woman's friend Bicana Padro Ocasio, also a reporter, confronted Thrush about his behavior the next day. She told him in a text message, "I want to make sure you don't lure young women aspiring journalists into those situations ever again. So help me out here. How can I do that?" Laura McGann, a journalist at Vox and author of this report, recounted a similar story from 5 years ago, when she and Thrush were colleagues at Politico. McGann said, "Thrush was in the same bar as Padro Ocasio's friend when he caught me off guard, put his hand on my thigh, and suddenly started kissing me." Thrush said he remembers the encounter differently. Statement below. 2 other young women told McGann about other similar experiences, ranging from unwanted groping and kisses to hazy UAL encounters after consuming alcohol. They described having felt a mix of emotions: scared, violated, ashamed, weirded out. McGann said she felt, and still feels, angry. Statement from the NYT: the behavior attributed to Glenn in this Vox story is very concerning and not in keeping with the standards and values of the New York Times. We intend to investigate, and while we do, Glenn will be suspended. The Times also said Thrush told them that he plans to check into a substance abuse program. Statement from Glenn Thrush: I apologize to any woman who felt uncomfortable in my presence, and for any situation where I behaved inappropriately. Any behavior that makes a woman feel disrespected or uncomfortable is unacceptable. My recollection of my interactions with Laura differs greatly from hers. The encounter was consensual, brief, and ended by me. She was an editor above me at the time, and I did not disparage her to colleagues at Politico as she claims. The assertion that I would rate women based on their appearance is also false. I have never offered mentorship or reporting advice to anyone, man or woman, with an expectation of anything in return. To assert otherwise is false. The June incident related in this story was a life-changing event. The woman involved was upset by my actions, and for that I am deeply sorry. Over the past several years, I have responded to a succession of personal and health crises by drinking heavily. During that period, I have done things that I am ashamed of, actions that have brought great hurt to my family and friends. I have not taken a drink since June 15, 2017, have resumed counseling, and will soon begin outpatient treatment for alcoholism. I am working hard to repair the damage I have done. Full disclosure: the founders of Axios were at Politico for portions of Thrush's tenure there. Axios CEO Jim VandeHei, the former CEO of Politico, said the allegations are serious and troubling and wishes he had been aware of the behavior at the time. "We would have been intolerant of it," he said. Details: Microsoft partnered with community organizations and local internet companies and broadcasters to deploy the so-called TV white space connectivity and internet hotspots at a food distribution site, a health clinic, and the University of Puerto Rico, the company said in a blog post Monday. Other efforts: several tech companies have deployed experimental technologies to bring internet service to the hurricane-ravaged areas. Alphabet, Google's parent company, rolled wireless service through a network of balloons, known as Project Loon. Democratic opposition research group American Bridge is targeting, per Politico. Separately, the report says Democrats are pressing the following for not denouncing more: Catherine Templeton, a South Carolina gubernatorial candidate; Virginia's Corey Stewart, who's running for Senate against Virginia Sen. Tim Kaine, Indiana's Rep. Todd Rokita, California's Rep. Dare Lisa, who's trying to raise funds, Politico says Virginia Sen. Tim Kaine, Texas Rep. Beto O'Rourke next. China's Alibaba Group currently has a market cap north of $480 billion in terms of Amazon. This is just Alibaba's latest addition to a brick-and-mortar wall that predates and towers over Whole Foods and automated convenience stores. If Alibaba chooses to go physical in the US, it will have much a lead in terms of both experience and data. Per Reuters, Alibaba has invested upwards of $9.3 billion in brick-and-mortar stores since 2015. It has launched many unstaffed concept shops in the past year, including grocery and coffee stores. For Walmart, Alibaba aligning itself with Sun Art is a direct challenge to its China business. Franken responded to Men's accusation in a similar way to his initial apology to tweet, "And I take thousands of photos at the state fair surrounded by hundreds of people, and I certainly don't remember taking this picture. I feel badly that Ms. Men's came away from our interaction feeling disrespected."